Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Karen Marie and today I'm going to talk to you about some blouse patterns that I really like. I really want to make some new blouses for my wardrobe. I thought that this was a good time to share these blouse patterns because April, as you probably know, is So April Blouse Month. And I'm not a part of any official vlogger tour or anything, if there is one, but I really wanted to put my 2 cents in regarding some blouse patterns. The So April Blouse 24 challenge is run by Ruan from the Yorkshire Sew Girl and Gabrielle from the Cloth Edit. And So April Blouse is a challenge where you basically just sew up any old blouse and post it in the month of April and tag the lovely ladies who are running it. So they have their own video on what constitutes a blouse, what separates that from a shirt, etc. So I do really encourage you to go and have a look at their videos. So as I said, I'm not part of any vlogger tour or anything, but I really would like a couple, at least, new blouses in my wardrobe. I'm wearing today the Atelier Jupe Fibre in this lovely viscose that I got from Beyond the Pink Door. And I have 2 Fribres, I have 2 Atelier Jupe Emmas, and I have 2 Fibre Mood Tillies, and I really do like these, but a couple of them are starting to get a little worse for wear, so I need to update that. I did try to film this video yesterday, so apologies for there being no video this weekend. I actually tried to film this 4 times, but either there was background noise or wind, or it was just impossible to get it done. So I'm filming my 5th and hopefully my last attempt today. I'm at work, it's my lunch break, and yeah, I thought I'd use it to share some blouse inspiration with you. I'm not going to go into all the details of each pattern because I don't have it with me, but I'll link all the patterns below so you can go and have a look at them yourself. And I'll also put up some pictures that shows you what they look like. So yeah, I hope that you'll stick with me and have some look at some of the blouses that I really fancy. So, I am obviously not going to make 10 blouses. First of all, that wouldn't be very sustainable, and I don't need 10 new blouses. And also I don't have time to sew 10 blouses in April. But I will make up some of these and I might enter the challenge myself. So yeah, we'll see. Sorry about the weird lighting and everything, but I hope it's not too distracting. So I've got my notes down here so that I can remember it all. So yeah, my first pattern is the Sewhouse 7 Romey gathered top. This is also a dress pattern, and I've also kind of already started this one. It's nearly finished. I think, however, that I might have misjudged the size a little bit. When I printed the pattern, I printed my regular size, but I didn't look at the finished garments measurements, big mistake. And it is very, very oversized. So I am going to finish it and then try it on, and then probably I have to make some adjustments. It might just be taking it in a little bit at the sides or something like that, but I am making it in a green viscose with white flowers all over it, that my husband got me one while he was on a business trip in Algeria. So it is looking so much like spring and I can't wait to share it with you. Pattern number 2 is a Fibre Mood pattern. I really like the Fibre Mood style. I think they have a very like unique approach to patterns. I see Fibre Mood patterns that I can't really see anywhere else, if that makes sense. So I really do like Fibre Mood. I'm not crazy about their instructions, I have to say, but as long as it's not too complicated a pattern, that I can usually make it up. So yeah, pattern number 2 is the Fibre Mood Harper, and it is a very special kind of top. I don't know if I think they call it the Harper top, but in my mind it's a blouse, and it has this kind of gathered detail that goes all the way from your arm across your chest and then down the other arm again. And I mean, I think it creates this really beautiful shape, and I also think that you could have some fun with it, like collar blocking or something, if you would be interested in that. But I think it looks like a really wearable, good work top that's not too formal, but still has kind of an interesting shape. Pattern number 3 is also a Fibre Mood pattern. It's called the Elisa, and it is a very different sort of blouse. It is a kind of a cropped boxy blouse. It looks like a shirt but with a camp collar, and it's like more feminine than a classic shirt. It's short sleeved, but I think it would be perfect for the warmer months, and also to have something like underneath cardigans, etc. So yeah, I really like the shape of that. It looks very simple, but also very wearable. Pattern number 4 is the Itch to Stitch Majorelle shirt and dress. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but I'm going for Majorelle. This is a pattern that I actually already own. I bought it in the release sale. You know, on a normal basis, I don't really fancy all those flounces and ruffles and all of that kind of things. Maybe because, you know, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so I'm sort of over it. But this had a really interesting shape to it, and it's a very feminine blouse with like a little ruffle at the collar. I suppose it is like more of a shirt, seeing as you sort of button it all the way up, but it's very, very feminine. And I mean, I would characterize it as a blouse, really. The thing that really brought me to this pattern though was the raglan sleeves. Now, I am a pear-shaped, and I have quite narrow and sadly rather sloped shoulders, so I don't know what it is with the raglan sleeves, but I think they really work for me. It's sort of like they balance out the hips a little bit in some way, so yeah, I really like a good raglan sleeve. Pattern number 5 is actually a commercial pattern, and I don't really tend to sew up that many commercial patterns, but I used to buy the Burda Easy magazines because I found that there was so many like wardrobe staples in there, and it was, you know, handy. And I can't really find them anymore in the shops here, so I don't know whether they just stopped releasing them here or whatever. But anyway, I found a blouse in one of the magazines that I have. It's from 2022, but I can't remember the the number, so I'll put it in. And you can buy these patterns separately too from the Burda website. So this is a V-necked blouse with elasticated cuffs. It kind of looks like a sweater in the picture, but it is definitely a blouse that's meant for woven fabrics. And I think it's just going to be very wearable and yeah, go well with other things in my wardrobe. So I think I'm definitely going to make that up. Pattern number 6 is a relatively new pattern. It is the Vivian, Shao, Chen, Nephaline. I saw this as a release on the Fold line in one of Kate's pattern edits, and I immediately just fell in love with it. And I mean, as I said, I'm not really kind of the ruffles and flounces kind of gal, but now that I'm moving into my second half of my 40s, I would really like to be a little braver and, you know, test my limits a little bit more, and maybe challenge myself to kind of go a little bit out of my comfort zone. So I'm trying to be a little braver. And the Nephaline blouse they come in two variations, and they are quite different. So I do really think that you can get a lot of bang for your buck here, because one of them has like a ruffle around the neckline, and it's kind of it's not exactly a plunging neckline, but it's a lower neckline. And the other version is more, I think it has like just a collar stand, and it's plainer sort of up here, but it does have a variation with the sleeves too. So yeah, both versions look really lovely. So I think I'm just going to have to buy that pattern actually. Pattern number 7 is a pattern that I wouldn't necessarily make for myself. It's not really my style, but I have a younger sister who is she can really pull anything off, and she texted me the other day and said that she would like me to make her a blouse or that kind of laces up in the middle, in the front, and I thought maybe this one could work. And it is the Paradise Patterns Plumeria, is that what it's called? Plumeria, I think. Top, and there are two options for closing the top. It's kind of open in in the front, but you can use the drawstring, or you can sort of lace it up, I think, in the front, and it looks so dainty and summery and lovely. So yeah, that might be an option that I make for my sister. Pattern number 8 is the Forget Me Not Patterns Helmi blouse. I think this was released first in the Tauco magazine, if I remember correctly, but they have since released it as a separate pattern, and I think this is so cute. I really wanted to buy it the moment it was released, but then I, sort of forgot about it, and then the other day I was reminded that this is a pattern that I really like. I think also there are two options here, but the one that I find is so sweet, it has a little like keyhole opening and like a Peter Pan collar, I think you call it, and it looks so dainty and sweet that I would like to have one of those in my wardrobe. Pattern number 9 is a pattern company that I've never tried any of their patterns, but it's called the You Made My Day patterns. The patterns are available, I think, on the Fold line as well. I might be mistaken, but I think it might be a French pattern company. Their instructions are in French anyway, but they do have an English version. And the thing about this pattern company is that they call their patterns dates. You Made My Day pattern, yeah. So this is called the 11th of February blouse. If you'll allow me just one moment for a rant before I tell you about it. There was really another pattern that I wanted to make from this pattern company that looked so lovely, but when I checked the size chart, I can't fit into their patterns. Honestly, I can't. And I know that I am not the smallest person in the world, but seriously, it's quite limited when I can't fit into it. And I have a 42-inch bust, and it's on a larger size, but it's not like way out there, I think. So I found that quite annoying, I have to say. And I think that many indie pattern companies are trying to be more size inclusive. But I think the pattern that I looked at didn't go, I think that went to up to like a 39 inch bust. 39 inches. That's quite small. I mean, so yeah, not too pleased about that. So I did and ah a little bit about whether or not I really wanted to mention this pattern company, but they do have some really lovely patterns and some interesting seam lines that I haven't seen before. So the one that I settled on, that I could find one pattern that that can fit me, and it is the 11th of February blouse. There is a dress option too, but I would never ever make that dress because it's sort of a dropped waist and a big flounce. It's like, hello, 1983. So yeah, I mean, there's seriously nothing less flattering on a pear-shaped body than that. So yeah, I'd never make the dress, but the blouse is really cute. It has sort of an origami detail on the sleeve. There's a short sleeve and long sleeved option. And there's also a very like interesting seam or like pattern piece that comes across here, and also an optional little like flounce on the shoulder. And I found that really, I haven't seen anything quite like it. So yeah, I thought that was a good option for a blouse, even though I'm not too pleased with their sizes. Okay, so the 10th and final blouse that I want to talk to you about is the I Am Patterns Barbara. The I Am Barbara is a shirt that has this, again, I don't know what happened to me, I'm being adventurous, but it has this huge like flounce that goes all the way from the sleeve across the bust and down the other sleeve. And even though I guess it would be classified as a shirt, maybe with sort of buttons all the way up, and it has some like classic tailoring things, but the sort of the flounce detail make it so feminine, so like light and airy and breezy, and I think it would really make a good wardrobe addition for me. So yeah, those were the 10 patterns that I wanted to talk to you about. Obviously, as I said, I'm not going to make up all 10 in April, but these are the ones that I'm kind of umming and ahhing about, and I have already made most of my Romey top, but I think I will maybe fit one at least more of these patterns into my April sewing plans. Okay, that was it for me today. I hope you found some inspiration to sew up your own blouses in April. And I'll put all the information about the Sew April Blouse Challenge in the description box below. Have a lovely day, everyone. Bye.